Week 17, always a bittersweet feeling. Glad to see the playoffs starting next week, but man, I'm going to miss a full slate of games. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Billievers Talk. My name is Joe, and welcome to the last regular season week of predictions, where I give you my predictions both against the spread and straight up. Again, my name is Joe. If you're new to this channel, guys, please be sure to hit that subscribe button for continual Buffalo Bills and Buffalo sports content. Again, you covered on the Buffalo Bills going into Week 17 and beyond as they go and make a playoff push. So if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, be sure to do so. Like this video and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about these Week 17 games and who you have winning. Now, Week 17, it's a little bit difficult. You don't know who's going to play in a lot of these situations. Will it be the starters? Will it be the backups? We're not sure what's going to happen for a lot of these teams. So this is one of the hardest weeks to bet with Vegas, and that's a known fact among bettors in the NFL community, but we're going to do our best anyway. Right now, overall against the spread, we are 120 and 102. Not a great record. I want to end on a positive note in the 2020 regular season. Straight up 145 and 76. That's a little better. That's what I like to see. So let's get right into the picks for this week. And again, hopefully we do a little bit better than we've been doing over the past few weeks. We're going to start with our Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills currently sitting at the number 2 seed in the AFC, looking to keep that going. Now the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are the 3 seed, that's the only team that could pass the Bills, sitting Ben Roethlisberger. So how is that going to affect what the Buffalo Bills do, what Coach McDermott does? Coach McDermott's been a little bit hush on the matter, but if you look at the Miami Dolphins, you look at Brian Flores, Tua's going to start. Tua has admitted he's never played in snow, and I didn't think he would. When was the last time Tua was even in cold weather? I think this is going to be a little bit of an adjustment for Tua Tagovailoa. You have the Buffalo Bills coming in as 2-point favorites. Wouldn't be surprised to see Ryan Fitzpatrick in this game at some point. Remember, the Dolphins need a win, and they are in. If they lose, they need some help to get into the AFC playoffs. Give me the Bills to win this game, and give me the Bills to cover a 2-point spread. Going into the AFC North, you got the Cincinnati Bengals at home, 12-point underdogs against the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens need a win to stay in. If they lose, they also would need some help to get into the playoffs. But this Ravens team has just been on a heater. They've been really hot, and this is one team you do not want to see if you're one of those division winners heading into the playoffs. You talk about Lamar Jackson, his current playoff record, at 0-2, has not looked good in those 2 playoff games. So if you are going to play this Baltimore Ravens team at Wild Card Weekend, you at least have that to lean on. But this Baltimore Ravens team is hot at the right time. Give me the Ravens to win this game. Give me the Ravens to cover a 12-point spread. Then the other game in the AFC North, the Pittsburgh Steelers, again, sitting Ben Roethlisberger, could move up to the 2 seed with the win and a Bills loss, but they're currently sit at the 3 seed, going up against the Cleveland Browns. The Browns lose, and same thing as the Dolphins and the Ravens. They would then need some help in order to get into the playoffs. So the Browns need this one. The Browns are 10-point favorites at home. I like the Browns in this game. I like them to win this game. Don't like them to cover 10 points. I don't care if it's Mason Rudolph as the quarterback. Listen, we all remember what happened last time Mason Rudolph went up against the Cleveland Browns. Myles Garrett, helmet, hit Mason Rudolph in the head. I'm sure he's going to want some retribution, right? He's going to want some payback, and what better way to do that than to knock the Browns out of the playoffs? I don't think that happens, but I think he keeps it close. I think the Steelers keep it within 10 points, but the Browns win this game. Going to the NFC, you have the NFC North. You have the Minnesota Vikings going up against the Detroit Lions. The Lions, 6.5-point underdogs in this game. And I think the Lions have packed it in on the season. Both these teams getting demolished last weekend. You had the Vikings losing on Christmas Day to the Saints, allowing 6 rushing touchdowns to Alvin Kamara. And you had the Lions looking pathetic against Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Saturday. So both these teams have had longer than a week to prepare for this game. It's all a matter of who wants this game more. I'm going with the Minnesota Vikings. You still have Kirk Cousins. You still have Adam Thielen. You still have Justin Jefferson. You have a good squad over there. Going to miss out on the playoffs, but I think they'd rather finish 8-8, try to get that 500 record if they can. You have the Jets playing the Patriots in the AFC East matchup. Talked about the Bills and Dolphins a little bit earlier. They have the the Patriots as 3.5-point favorites, but I want you guys to hear me out a little bit here. Bill Belichick is the mastermind, right? Remember there was a time where facing Bill Belichick after a loss, and this wasn't that long ago, it was just last year, facing Bill Belichick after a loss seemed like a daunting task. And I know that the evil empire is coming to an end. I know the dynasty is coming to an end. No Tom Brady, no more dynasty. I understand that, but he's still the mastermind, right? He is still the genius behind the evil empire, if you will. So why all of a sudden at home are they losing a division game 38-9? I love my Bills. They're a really good team. I'm not saying they're not, but this Patriots team is just not trying. They're just not trying. The Jets, on the other hand, they have that two overall pick locked up. If they lose, they're a 2 seed. If they or the second overall pick, if they win, they're the second overall pick. It does not matter. They're playing loosey-goosey. They know that they can win games now, winning 2 in a row. So here's what I see. I am calling an upset in Gillette Stadium. I think that Bill Belichick is putting a game plan together that will not help his team succeed because he wants to get a better draft pick. Listen. You look at this New England Patriots team just Monday, right? Monday against the Bills. If you watch the live stream, I mentioned it on there. The Patriots down by 8, get the ball back after Cam Newton has a running touchdown. After the previous meeting, they ran for over 200 yards against the Bills. What do? Pass, go 3 and out, and then the Bills get the ball back, score again, make it 24-9, and then all of a sudden the rest is history. It does not look good for the Patriots. Why would you do that? What makes sense there about passing it 3 times when Cam Newton has not done a good job passing at all this season, and the Bills' rush defense is inferior compared to the pass defense, and it's proven that all season long too. Why would you do that? The reason is Bill Belichick mailed this in a little while back to get that better draft pick. Give me the Jets to win this game, pulling off the upset. Give me the Jets to be a 3.5-point spread. Going to the NFC East, where pretty much everyone still has a chance to win that division except for the Philadelphia Eagles, but we're talking Cowboys and Giants. The winner of this game has a huge interest in the Sunday night football game when the Washington football team with a win would clinch the division. If the Washington football team loses, however, the winner of this game would then be your NFC East division champions. We all know that everyone's trying to stay away from winning the NFC East. They've proven that all season long. Giants 2.5-point underdogs at home. Give me the Cowboys to win this game. Andy Dalton, they've been looking pretty good. Beat the Eagles last week impressively. Give me them to do the same thing in this game. The Giants not looking as good recently. Never since Daniel Jones went out. They brought him back maybe a little bit too early. Maybe should have stuck with Colt McCoy a little bit longer. Give me the Cowboys to win this game. Give the Cowboys to cover a 2.5-point spread. Then you go on to the NFC South. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers currently sitting at the 5 seed in the playoff race, and I'm pretty sure they cannot move up or back in that number 5 spot. I'm pretty sure they have that 5 seed locked up. So who knows how long Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski, some of those players are going to play. 6.5-point favorites going up against the Atlanta Falcons. Listen, guys, the Falcons, don't take them lightly, right? Remember that game last week against Kansas City, only losing by 3 points, pulling in an interception away from pulling up off the upset. Couldn't get the job done, but they still have a chance here to go off on a winning note. I think they're going to try to do so. However, Tampa Bay, that offense beginning to click, right? I think Tom Brady, them guys play a half, and that's enough to win this game. Give me the Bucs to win. However, give me the Falcons to cover a 6.5-point spread. Staying in the NFC South, you have the New Orleans Saints going to Carolina, playing the Panthers, who are 6.5-point underdogs. No Christian McCaffrey. Still a really rough season for the Carolina Panthers. The Saints, however, know that if they win and the Packers lose, they can have that number 1 overall seed back, and that's very important to Drew Brees when it comes to playing in New Orleans compared to playing in Lambeau Field. So the Saints are going to have their starters in. The Saints are going to be trying to win this game, and the Saints are going to win this game, and they are going to cover a 6.5-point spread. So let's talk about that game in Chicago, where the Chicago Bears, Soldier Field, go up against the Green Bay Packers. Big game of the weekend, of the 1 o'clock slated games. I believe this is the biggest one. You have the Packers trying to stay that number 1 overall seed. You have the Bears, a win, and they're in. If they lose, they may need some help getting into that last playoff spot. Give me the Packers to win this game. The Packers, Aaron Rodgers on that MVP type season. over 40 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. That's just unheard of. Give me the Packers to win this game. Give me the give me the Packers, to cover a 5.5-point spread. They have the battle of AFC South. One team, they know they have the number 1 overall pick locked up. Nothing they can do to lose that sucker. So they're going to be playing with nothing to lose. Probably last week, you'll see some of these players in a Jaguars uniform. So they're going to come out playing hard, going into Indianapolis, playing the Colts, who need to win, and then get a little bit of help to make it into the playoffs. That little bit of help, even though some people are making it sound really tough, they need 1 of 4 teams to lose this weekend. And again, I have the Dolphins losing to the Bills. That's all it would take for the Colts to win and be in this AFC playoff picture. Colts are 14-point favorites, though. 14-point favorites. I think that's ridiculous. And the Colts to win this game. The Colts are going to win. But after losing that game last week, I think they're going to feel a little dejected. Feel like they don't deserve to be playing, or they don't feel like they shouldn't be playing in a game for their playoff lives. So give me the Colts to win this game, but give me the Jaguars to cover a 14-point spread. The other game in the AFC South, the Tennessee Titans going into Houston and playing the Houston Texans. These two teams normally play tough. The Texans coming off a tough loss to the Cincinnati Bengals. However, remember what J.J. Watt came out and said after that game, throwing some teammates under the bus, even though he didn't name teammates in particular, telling them they've got to be ready for this game. And listen, when J.J. Watt talks, you better listen. So give me the Texans to cover a 7.5-point spread. I think the Texans keep this one close. However, give me the Titans to win this game, clinching the AFC South. Moving on, you got these Kansas City Chiefs probably sitting all their starters, 3.5-point underdogs at home against the Los Angeles Chargers. I still think that coaching matters, right? And you talk about the two coaches on sideline, Anthony Lynn having a rough season, even though the Chargers have won 3 in a row, going up against Andy Reid. We all know Andy Reid's resume, a great head coach in this league. And I think that he's going to have this Chiefs team, these backups who don't see much playing time, ready to play. Give me the upset. Give me the Chiefs to win this game. Give me the Chiefs to beat a 3.5-point spread at home. Then you go to the Las Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas losing a heartbreaking game last Saturday against the Miami Dolphins. A tough way to lose that one. A last-second field goal going up against the Denver Broncos in Mile High. I like the Denver Broncos at home. Most people know that. They are 2-point underdogs in this game. Raiders coming off a tough loss. However, they do have a guy who's going to try to get you motivated to play football. It's in there at head coach. I like the Raiders in this game. Give me the Raiders to win this game. Give me the Raiders to cover a 2-point spread. Moving on, you got the Cardinals at Rams. We have heard that Kyler Murray is going to play in this game, and that cannot be said for Jared Goff on the other side. So how will that affect this matchup? Remember, that defense of the Rams still can get the job done. Aaron Donald can make Kyler Murray regret playing in this game. Give me the Rams to win this game. Give me the Rams to beat a 3-point spread. Now that they're underdogs, knowing that Kyler Murray is playing. I like the Rams in this one. I like Sean McVay. Again, another coaching situation here. I do like the Cardinals coach, but still, I like the Rams just a little bit more. Give me the Rams to win this game. Give me the Rams to beat a 3-point spread. Then you go on to the other NFC West matchup, the 49ers at home playing against the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks entering the playoffs want to stay a little bit hot here. Again, they're being to win on a little bit better clip. I think they can move up to the 2 seed if the Saints were to lose. Obviously, by this time, we would know that since they play at the 4 o'clock games. The 49ers 6-point underdogs at home. I like the Seahawks still. I like the Seahawks in this game. 49ers are just ready to get this season over with after an injury-plagued season. Give me the Seahawks to win this game. Give me the Seahawks to cover a 6-point spread. And then it's Sunday Night Football. Again, a win by the Washington football team, and they're in. A loss to the Philadelphia Eagles at the Link, and the Washington football team will not be in the playoffs. Instead, it'll be the winner of that earlier NFC East matchup between the Cowboys and the Giants. Eagles are 1.5-point underdogs in this game. We all heard what Jim Schwartz said about not wanting to give someone else the division on their home turf. I don't care what he says. You look at this Washington football team season. You look at this story, right? Ron Rivera coming back battling cancer during the season. You look at this Haskins situation that's recently been going on. They get rid of him. I think everything's leaning towards this Washington football team overcoming obstacles. Alex Smith, is he going to play? Is he not going to play? We don't know. Give me the Washington football team to overcome these obstacles and win the NFC East. I know it's not saying much winning the NFC East at 7-9. However, we've seen it happen before with the Seahawks winning a division at 7-9 and then going into the playoffs, winning a home playoff game. So don't think it can't happen. But give me the Washington football team to win. Give me the Washington football team to cover a 1.5 point spread. So those are my picks. Let me go through them again. Against the spread, you got the Bills, Ravens, Steelers, Vikings, Jets, Cowboys, Falcons, Saints, Packers, Jags, Texans, Chiefs, Raiders, Rams, Seahawks football team. Straight up, you got the Bills, Ravens, Browns, Vikings, Jets, Cowboys, Bucks, Saints, Packers, Colts, Titans, Chiefs, Raiders, Rams, Seahawks, and football team. Those are my picks. Let me know your picks in the comment section. Again, the last week of the regular season, a little bit bittersweet, but that means the playoffs are right around the corner. And this year, the Buffalo Bills may have a lot to say about who represents the AFC in the Super Bowl. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you are too. I hope you guys, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, hit that like button, and again, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I look forward to talking to you all soon. Until I do, go Bills.